Howdy, my name is William Ruckert. I was in Group 7 of the Famine project, and this is my video presentation on how I could apply e-commerce to what we did in our video. So, the group I worked with was CTLC in Temple, Texas. They're a Christian-based food group that attends the needs of the food insecure in Temple, Texas. So far, what we found when we worked with them was they were doing a really good job. When we were working with them, they had very few complaints from their volunteers about how the group could be improved. The only real aspect of the e-commerce that I thought we could, apply to was maybe their website needed a little bit of work, because the website seemed pretty old when we got there. Some of the information had been old. For the example, the email address we got originally didn't work. So updating that, we believe, would be good. In e-commerce, one of the assignments we did was working on a website, making sure traffic on the internet gets there, to make sure that you're getting advertisements for it, that you can get your site out there that looks professional. And I believe personally that is the most applicable skill of e-commerce we could use for our group. Obviously, it's going to be different for the other groups. So, other than that, there wasn't a whole lot more that CTLC needed from the technology aspect. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about how organizations like CTLC can use skills from technology management and e-commerce to further their goal. One is, a lot of nonprofits don't have professional website developer skills, and I think having somebody with those skills is extremely helpful. So, when working with CTLC, we noticed that most of the people who worked at CTLC were either mid-50s or over their 60s, which, while they were doing great work, that's not the generation of tech users so bringing on younger people who understand a lot of this stuff, reaching out to local colleges, and to other volunteers, if you have a background in technology, to help us create a better website. Other skills that you could use from the website was, we researched a group called Waste Not Orange County, that on their website allowed families to customize what they needed for food, because you have families with kids who are dealing with allergies. You have kids, kids can't eat gluten, kids who are lactose intolerant, stuff like that. And a lot of food banks, they do good jobs, but they don't customize their needs, because you have to work with what you have, especially when you're a nonprofit organization. So what What's Not Orange County did was they allowed customization on their website, which CTLC does not. Because again, CTLC's website's pretty old. A professional web person who would like to volunteer, a couple hours at a time, probably make it a lot better. Also, social media. We know they have a Facebook page, but we believe that's about it. A lot of the younger generation, they're using Facebook less to other social media sites such as Twitter, Twitter, and then whatever comes after that, because social media is ever expanding. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Those are all things that CTLC. They don't necessarily need all of those things. Could expand. Twitter is very useful for getting information out, and a lot of people follow Twitter. So, an Instagram page would probably be very useful if you're an organization such as that. Show people, what you're working on. Other than all that, I believe CTLC did a very good job. Their needs from a technology standpoint are similar to a lot of other nonprofits, as to where it's not as good as it can be. And with the we're a group, our generation, technology is ever expanding. We're going to need to keep learning how to use technology, so you have to kind of keep up with the times. So having volunteers that understand technology, that know how to work the technology, I believe is the the best step moving forward.